These are my microbladed eyebrows, and this is the Pico laser moments before one of the most nerve-wracking moments of my life. Will she make this worse for me, or will she fix my eyebrow situation? 2 years ago, I spent a boatload of time looking for my microblading girl and dropped lots of Benjamins to get them done. 2 years later, lo and behold, I found myself spending a boatload of time looking for my laser tattoo removal girl and dropped even more Benjamins to get them off my face. If you're looking to remove your microbladed brows and need major help figuring it all out, you need to watch this video. Because I don't want to make this video too long, I am going to break it up into multiple parts. So if you want to see what happens next with the final results and all, don't forget to hit the subscribe button to be notified. It's going to be an interesting video. Why? Because I'm about to embark on a probably painful, somewhat painful journey of getting my microbladed eyebrows laser removed. I got these eyebrows done 2 years ago and they're still stuck to my face to this day. And I don't believe at this point that they're gonna go anywhere. They're called semi-permanent microbladed eyebrows, but I tell you what, at the end of the day, they're considered tattoos, and tattoos are not gonna go anywhere unless you go see a professional to get them removed. So I'm at this point where I've just had enough of them for a couple of reasons. So for one, this one right here is uneven with its sister. I see that she missed some spots right up here, so I've had to fill that in with makeup. I didn't today, but I typically do. Number two, the tip of the eyebrows are coming down a little bit too far, and obviously I'm Asian and I've got hooded lids, and I think that having the tip go all the way down amplifies my hooded lids. And number three, I think they're still a little bit too dark for my liking. Whenever I decide to go makeup free, everything is bare, but those eyebrows are still dark. It just doesn't look right. And you know exactly what I'm talking about. I actually do have one other reason, good reason why it's time for them to go. Whenever I apply foundation to my face and I go over these areas, and I'm going to show you a little clip of it so you can see exactly what I'm talking about, it will start turning a little bit grayish or greenish. So that's a problem, right? We don't want one color here and a different hue right up here. So we gotta
A few moments later,
get them removed. I did a lot of research. I went on Google, I scoured YouTube for other videos of girls that had them done, removed that is, and I've got a bunch of questions for the person that I'm going to be meeting this morning. I found a place very local to me. Hi there. First time I'm calling your business. I found you online through Google. I was wondering if you guys have ever removed microbladed eyebrows tattoo.
Yep, we do that all the time. We do a lot of eyebrows. It's probably one of our most common treatments that we do.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes, we see a lot of eyebrow removals.
A lot of people that regret them.
Yeah. Well, that or they're just ready to like do a different style, a different color or something.
True. Yeah.
But yeah, we would definitely schedule you for a consult, and then we could send some or show you some pictures.
And it's a free consultation, is that right?
No, it is a $50 deposit. Okay. That deposit goes towards your treatment. If you decide not to do tattoo removal treatment, it can go towards any other service that we have in the office, or even any products. We do have like facials, any injectables. Okay. We carry 2 skincare product lines.
They're like 15 minutes away, and I've got a bunch of questions written down, ready to be asked, because I just don't want to make a mistake with going with the wrong place. There's a lot of things that I need to know, like the laser type that they're using, the wavelength for the lasers, is that adjustable, what is the recovery time, how many sessions, what's the cost, da-da-dee, da-da-da. So we're going to see what she says, and then we'll take it from there. I have read that the average cost of getting them removed can go anywhere between 200 to 300, yes, a session. And a lot of times you may require anywhere between 1 to up to 4 sessions. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to get away with just 1 session and get a successful result without walking away with a lot of pain. I do hear that it can be quite painful. It feels like a hot burning sensation. Microblading was pretty painful. So if I was able to live through that. Oh my God. Okay. Before my consultation, I had to review and sign off on a tattoo removal consent form with the sole purpose of making you better informed about the treatment and the risks and complications involved. It goes on to talk about the laser producing an intense burst of light that gets absorbed by the tattoo. Therefore, protective eyewear will be given to prevent eye damage. Last but not least, it lists a bunch of things that could work against the effectiveness of this treatment, such as certain medications, illnesses, etc.
This was pretty light, but hers were kind of like that same color as yours. So that's the before. So she didn't have a ton of ink on there.
Okay.
She got really lucky. She only needed 1 treatment.
Okay.
This is the after, because then she got them redone.
Oh, wow.
So that was like, it removed all the ink in like 1 session. Okay, so tell me what's going on. What's the history and the story behind the eyebrows?
So they are 2 years old,
Okay.
August 2021. And I just think that I want to go back to what I had before, even though I didn't have a lot of hair. I think that the reason why I got microbladed eyebrows in the first place is because I got tired of spending that time in the morning to get ready for work. I feel like it's still like darker than I want them to be.
Okay.
So that's the story.
With the laser that we do, we also do like traditional tattoo removal, right? So when people have like the body ink tattoos. So I'll tell you how that works too, because it's gonna kind of play a part. So if someone has a regular tattoo and we're removing that, it's really predictable. It's usually about 6 to 8 treatments to get it fully removed and gone. The ink just kind of slowly fades a little bit more each appointment until eventually it's completely gone. The colors don't change. There's not any like discoloration or anything crazy that happens like that. And so we really know what to expect with that. With permanent makeup and with eyebrows, there's more question marks that we have, and it's a little bit more unpredictable. So the one thing is, I don't know exactly how many treatments it's going to take to get them gone. We've seen a huge range. So I've had some people who it takes like maybe 2 sessions, they're super happy, and then they're done. And we've had some people who it takes 6, 7, or even up to 8 treatments to get them completely gone. The reason for that could be maybe if they have several layers of ink. I mean, there could be so many reasons, so I don't have like an exact science of knowing how many treatments it will take. So that's kind of going to be your biggest question mark going into it, is it may only be a couple, but it might be up to, like, you could even say prepare for the worst. It could take me like 7 or 8 treatments to get it gone. So again, regular tattoos don't do this, but permanent makeup is different, and we can see a discoloration in the pigment as we're in the middle of the removal process. We can still remove it, and we basically just keep treating until it's to a point where you're happy. But it's kind of like the pigment will oxidize. If I had to guess by looking at your eyebrows, I would say it probably will discolor a little bit, turn like maybe like that orangey brownish color at first. And then it will just be a matter of how many treatments will it take until you're at a point where you're like, I like it, it's gone, I'm good.
How long do you have to wait in between each session?
6 weeks. So say, what I kind of say worst case scenario, because hopefully it will be less than this, say you need 8 treatments. That would be about a year. Yeah.
Wow.
Hopefully it will be less than that. But time also is your friend, because your body's breaking down that pigment internally too, as after we've kind of zapped it. And so sometimes even just taking a break, so say you do a few treatments, you're really happy, but there's a little bit left. Sometimes even just letting your body like give it a few months to like heal afterwards, it will even fade more on its own.
Do you guys do like a test spot or?
We can, yeah. So especially if someone looks at like the discoloration possibility and they're like, oh my goodness, I'm not sure how I feel about that, then we can do just one test spot and you can pick where you want it. And then she would literally just do one tiny little dot and then you could look at it and kind of determine if you want to move forward or if you don't.
Okay.
So we can do that. You just have to ask her for it.
Some people said that they had swelling.
Swelling is possible with the eyebrows just because it's where it is, and some people's eyes get puffy and swollen easily. So sometimes we have had people say that their eyes were puffy and swollen for a day or two after the treatment.
Okay.
It's not like an allergic reaction or anything that's going to hurt you, but it's not fun, so you might want to like plan for it.
And then I saw some videos where like they have frosting of the hair becomes white. Does that usually happen or just?
It can, yeah, but it's temporary. It's not going to stay, and it's not going to affect hair growth or hair color permanently at all.
Okay.
So it's just a temporary reaction to the laser.
And then do you guys shave the hair? Like I heard some places do.
We don't.
Okay. That was like my biggest question.
Yeah.
Okay. And then do some people like bleed? Because I saw some of that happen on YouTube.
There's some lasers out there, not this laser, that can break the skin and potentially cause bleeding. That should not happen.
Okay, because that's like scary.
Yeah, that wouldn't be, no.
And then do you guys apply like a numbing cream? Does everybody need
That's
something?
an option. So typically with eyebrows, people choose not to because it's very quick. But if you are worried about the pain, because that's something we haven't talked about yet, it's painful.
Okay.
It doesn't feel good. It feels very hot and zappy, but it's quick.
Okay.
So essentially, she'll trace over the eyebrow. She'll go zap, 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 zap. And so each eyebrow is maybe 10 seconds.
Okay.
So it's really quick, but it's also painful. So some people are like, I'm worried about it. I don't deal well with pain. I want numbing cream. So then we could get a numbing cream for you, but it would be like, we would call it in as a prescription. That would be a process. So if you do decide you want that, let me know, and then I'll walk you through all of that.
Looks like you answered all my questions.
Oh, awesome. The other thing, so as far as the pricing, we just do per treatment for brows because again, I'm not going to sell you a package because I don't know how many treatments you'll need. So just per treatment, it would be $200.
Okay.